I never failed an exam or quiz. But when I look at people who have been excelling on whatever they do, those people who are not just good in academics, but also in leadership, I started questioning myself. Why is it that even though I am good at school, I can see myself excelling like them? Fellow Toastmasters, members, and guests, I'm Jenna Cruz, one of the newest members of Toastmasters Nicolayan. And for my icebreaker speech tonight, I will be focusing on one specific events in my life that have helped me to answer that question. I was a person living in my comfort zone. I wasn't a person who would be interested in joining, in being part of an organization or competition in school, or even attending seminars or meetings, because I never wanted commitment and responsibilities. Until one day, my classmates and I were asked by our professor who among us would want to join the JPMO seminar. So JPMO stands for Junior People Management Association. I stretched my hand out. Yes, I volunteered to attend the JPMO seminar. I was raising my hand not because I want to hear speeches or messages from the speaker on that seminar. I was raising my hand because I remembered my two classmates got exempted on their final exam because they had attended the JPMO seminar. Luckily, I was one of the two persons to attend the JPMO seminar. We went there, and to my surprise, it was not the JPMO seminar. Guess what? It was a JPMO election of officers. I had no choice but to stay. When the election of the secretariat position had begun, I was one of the nominees. I honestly didn't want to be part or to be one of the officers of that organization, but I won. During our first meeting as newly elected officers, I was really embarrassed to tell them. I was asked to take notes of the meetings. And I was really embarrassed that time to tell them that I didn't even know how to write names of the meeting. What happened that time was I just copied what the speaker wrote on the board. That's why when I was asked the summary of the meeting, I just told them what we had just wrote on the board. My training as a JPMO secretary was a difficult one, but I can say that it was worth all the while. Someone said, the smallest choice to the biggest action can be something that can teach you something new. I learned a lot, and I can say that JPMO has been my first step outside of my comfort zone. After being a JPMO secretary, I have been called as a state primary secretary and at the same time a teacher in the church. And as I magnify these callings, I have seen myself growing and learning many things that I never expected I would be capable of doing. One of my church mates suggested me to join Toastmaster. When I first heard of the word Toastmaster, the first thought that comes to my mind is it a baking school teaching how to master the art of toasting bread? When I had a chance to attend one of their meetings, I had confirmed that it is indeed a baking school. Because just like baking, what I saw were members being trained to use those perfect measures of ingredients to make a successful speech. I will never regret being part of these organizations. I will never regret stepping outside my comfort zone. Like what journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And now, as a new member of Toastmasters, my kawayan, I am looking forward to see each and every one of us grow and to show our potentials as time goes by. And I know that it will help me to become the person I want to be. Thank you.
So,